All right, it's time. Who's feeling the cheesiest? We will find out tonight. Howdy, howdy, everyone. It's your boy, SEC Football Tube, here back with another video for you guys today. And for one last time this season, but not just that, for one last time in 2024, it is game day. It's New Year's Eve, and the Gamecocks, Illinois Sellers, play football today. Pretty awesome combination if you ask me. But yeah, both South Carolina and Illinois have a shot at their 10th win of this season in the biggest game outside of the college football playoff, the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. The Gamecocks are, from what I checked this morning, they are now a 9-point favorite against the Illinois Illini. And we are going to give our thoughts and prediction on this game. But first of all, I hope everyone's having a great New Year's Eve. I do apologize for my absence as of late once again. It's kind of hard when you have a job, pulling you down for a while. And I have to work today during the game. That's going to suck. That's going to suck majorly. But come 8 o'clock, win or lose, I will watch the highlights and I'll make a post-game video. And it's no secret who my favorite team is. It's no secret who I want to win this football game. But I want to look at this as fair and objectively as possible for both sides. So if you like what I do here, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to regrow this channel after the last one got hacked and deleted and was pretty devastating. But I do appreciate all the love that has come in ever since. And yeah, any type of support really helps. Share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Anything helps, and it's greatly appreciated. But anyways, let's begin. South Carolina and Illinois in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Both teams 9-3, looking for their 10th win of the season. And need I mention how massive a 10-win season would be for both teams? Illinois trying to do it for the first time since 2001. South Carolina trying to do it for the first time since 2013. It would be a big deal for both of these programs. And again, as I mentioned, don't let the haters tell you, it's the Cheez-It Bowl, it don't matter, Citrus Bowl, Cheez-It Bowl, it don't matter, No, this is the biggest game outside of the college football playoff, and Carolina got here over Alabama and Ole Miss. And it'd be a huge statement for both of these programs, too, saying, hey, we've been down, but we're coming back up. So, a really big opportunity for both Coach Beamer and Bellema in this game. And again, South Carolina is a 9-point favorite in this football game. South Carolina is right now the hottest team in college football, coming off 6 straight wins. And they have the hottest quarterback in college football. I really don't know a quarterback who's playing better than Illinois Sellers right now, guys. 15 touchdown passes and only 4 picks in the final 7 games. He's mobile as hell. Opposing teams cannot bring the dude down. There's a lot of players who have contributed to South Carolina finishing 6-0 to close out the season. But Illinois Sellers is the reason South Carolina's 9-3 right now. He is. He single-handedly beat Clemson. You did not win that game if it wasn't for Illinois Sellers' mobility. He's a tough quarterback to bring down. He's a hard runner. He's gotten gradually better since the season has progressed. It's an exciting guy to have on your side, and I'm looking forward to, seeing him play today. But of course, we also have to mention this. South Carolina will be without Rocket Sanders and Kyle Kennard, 2 major parts of this football team. And yet, Rocket Sanders was a major part of this football team, a major part of this offense. He single-handedly won the game against Missouri for us. And I am a little curious how this offense will look without him, but if I'm not mistaken, Oscar Attaway will be playing, who is a good running back as well. Of course, you have Illinois Sellers' mobility. You have Gage Larvidan in the receiving. You have Nick Harbor. Dale Von Campbell, who has come on lately. So you do have some offensive weapons in this game. You still have some threats in the backfield. You have a really good quarterback in Illinois Sellers, who will be in the Heisman conversation. So, without Rocket Sanders, obviously, yeah, that sucks, but you still have weapons. You still have weapons, and I do think this South Carolina offense will have a good day. Now, Illinois can be very physical. Brett Bielema teams, they are known to be physical. Now, let's look at Illinois for a second. They're also 9-3. They've had a really good season themselves. They have a pretty solid standout quarterback in Luke Altmaier, who has played really well this season. However, protecting the quarterback is an issue for Illinois, and That's where we talk about South Carolina's defense. Now, Kyle Kennard is out. He's opted out. But you still have some nasty, nasty, vicious ball players in that backfield who will make life hell for this Illinois offense. Who, by the way, is about their best wide receiver, Pat Bryant. So if South Carolina can get into the backfield and get pressure on Altmyer and create turnovers, which is a big deal, you must create turnovers. If you can limit this Illinois offense from scoring, I think the recipe for success is very, very clear for South Carolina. And when we talk about both teams' resume real quick, and again, hey, 9-3 is a big deal for both of these football teams. This is in no way discrediting anything Illinois has done. But 4 of South Carolina's 6 wins were against ranked opponents. And South Carolina is incredibly hot right now. They are, guys, South Carolina is 5 points away from being in the college football playoff. That stings. But it also shows how impressive this football team is to close out the year. Illinois has closed out with 3 straight wins, and they've won, I believe, 4 of the last 6 as well. And we look at the best win. Illinois does not have any ranked wins. The 2 ranked teams they played, they lost 21-7 against Penn State, and they lost, I believe, 38-9 against Oregon. Now, to be fair to them, those were top 10 football teams. They also have a loss to Minnesota. And really, when you look at Illinois' best win, who is Illinois' best win? Nebraska? Is that it? I don't know. It might be Michigan, because right now, Michigan, oh, Jesus Christ, Alabama. They're up 16-0 over Alabama. I don't know who, but regardless, I think South Carolina's resume is much more impressive than Illinois', but again, that's not taken away from either team, because both teams have closed out pretty strong. In Illinois, they're a physical team that will make life rough. You know, without Pat Bryant, it might be hard for that offense, but Luke Altmyer, and now they'll still find a way. And their pass rush is very decent. And hey, in fairness, we talked about how Illinois had problems giving up sacks. Look at South Carolina's offensive line. Now, to be fair, they have improved majorly to close out the season. They gave up 0 sacks to Texas A&M, 0 sacks against Vandy, only 1 sack against Missouri. Now, this one isn't very good. 3 sacks against Wofford, and 3 for Clemson. Now, that is 6 sacks in the last 2 games. But overall, they have played really well in this winning streak, but they've got to play well again today because Illinois, again, they have a good pass rush. They're a physical team. You got to protect LaNorris Sellers. You got to give him the ability to run. You got to give him the ability to make plays down the field. You have got to be able to protect the running back and allow for big plays. And of course, another major issue that this football team did, especially against Clemson and Alabama, turnovers. You cannot turn the football over in this football game. Now, miraculously enough, thank LaNorris Sellers for this, by the way, you lost a turnover battle against Clemson, yet you somehow won. LaNorris Sellers how won. Got to protect the football. Got to protect the quarterback. Got to create turnovers. Got to get after Luke Altmyer. You've got to put pressure on that Illinois offense. Illinois has lost their last 3 bowl games going back to 2011 via College Football News. I believe this game will be really good. I believe Illinois is going to play South Carolina very tough. Very tough. They are a tough football team. Brett Bielema, he will have these guys ready to go, for sure. But when you look at who the better team is this year, it is South Carolina. South Carolina is the better team in this football game. And if you're South Carolina, you got snubbed to the playoffs. You need to come out here and you need to beat the hell out of this team to make a statement. You've got to make a statement. What's the motivation like for South Carolina? What's the motivation like? You'd have to think that this team is going to come out motivated as hell and ready to play football, especially after everything. After multiple weeks to prepare, you have a chance to make a statement today. To get your 10th win, it would be the 5th time in program history where South Carolina gets 10 wins. You know, I had some people in the comments say, no, it would actually be the 6th. No, 2010 was a 9-win season. It was not a 10-win season. 1980, 2011, 2012, 2013. That's 4. You win this one, it's 5. It would be a massive deal for South Carolina moving as a football program, moving ahead, looking for the future. It would be a big statement. South Carolina has been the hottest team in college football, and a lot of people have been high on them. They need to back it up today. Do not lay an egg. Do not lay an egg, because once again, guys, I think Illinois is going to play this team really tough. I do. I think this will be a good game. I don't think that Illinois is just going to lay down and die for South Carolina. Of course they're not. Man, I remind you, they're playing for their 10th win too. That will be the first time they've done it since 2001. It's not very often that these two football programs, who a lot of people have looked at as mediocre and trash, have a chance to do something really special. Both of these teams do. I think South Carolina is going to win this football game. I do. I think the defense will do enough. I think the offense will do enough. I think Lenore Sellers will make some great plays. And I think South Carolina, it'll be tough. This game might be very unnerving at times, especially early on, but I think Carolina finds a way to win the game in the fourth quarter. I got South Carolina winning this game 24-17 against Illinois. I do think Illinois covers the spread, but I got South Carolina winning this football game. Again, South Carolina, they're the better football team, but Illinois, they have players, and yet they're without their best wide receiver. Might actually be their best player. But they have some dudes in that secondary. They have some dudes in that backfield that can make life hell on you. Got to show up. Got to take care of business. It's time to show everyone who the cheesiest is. And get their 10th win of the season. Thank you all so much for watching. I will be back around 8 o'clock or so with my post-game video. Really hoping I come home to the news that South Carolina won. But we will see. It's a football field. And regardless of our predictions, regardless of what anyone says, this game is played on the field and not on paper. South Carolina's got to prove themselves, and so does Illinois. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's win the Citrus Bowl, baby. Go Gamecocks.